Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn new chapter, and the chapter heading is computer memory. As the name suggests, we are going to learn about various types of memory which are present in our computer system. Okay, so let's start the chapter. Computer use memory for storing program data, instruction. Generally, why we use computer memory? Because computer does not have self memory. That why we required a set of hardware or software which store program and set of instruction in this part, so that whenever computer required to process certain types of instruction, it will be easy for it, okay, to process the required information. That's why we require computer memory. As you can see in the diagram, computer memory of computer is mainly two types. First one is called primary memory, and the second one is called secondary memory. These are the two types of computer memory which is present in our modern computer system also. So let's we study one by one. In primary memory, generally it's classified into two subtypes. First one is called RAM, okay, and the second one is called ROM. And the full form of RAM is random access memory, and the full form of ROM is read only memory. The first one, memory of computer, is non-volatile, whereas second one is volatile. Non-volatile and volatile means, in non-volatile, anything which is stored at current time is erased after we switch off the machine or device. The memory does not hold its data after we switch off it. Okay, whereas in ROM, memory is retained after switching off the device when we does not require any its usefulness. Okay, so the basic difference between two are RAM is non-volatile and ROM is volatile. And the second part of secondary memory consists of hardware, okay, compact discs such as CD, DVD, floppy disk. These are all comes under the category of second part. Okay, third one is flash drive. Flash drive, for example, your pen drive is an example of flash drive. And the last one is memory card. Memory card, you all know, it is come in small size and very different capacity also it holds. For example, 1 GB memory card, 2 GB memory card, 4 GB memory card, 8 GB memory card. Such type of variation is found under memory card. Okay, so let's we study its parts by part. First heading is primary memory. It is a main part of the computer and determine the size and number of programs that can be stored in a computer, as well as the amount of data that can be processed. It's mean primary memory means it is a main memory which generally used by the computer processor to fetch or to process any information which is input by the user with the help of input device. Okay, as you already learned what is input device, the device which with the help of user provides certain information or instruction to a computer, that is called input device. Example of input device is keyboard, mouse, as we learned already in chapter 1. Okay, now we are going to read its feature. That is, primary memory generally consists of two types. First one is RAM and the second one is ROM. RAM, under the RAM, the CPU use this memory while processing information. Second point is this is also called read-write memory. And the third point is the memory is temporary in nature. It means it does not hold any data after it's execute the following instruction. Okay, or when we switch off the machine, it does not contain any data in it. Okay, and the second type is ROM. In second types, that is ROM, it is a computer memory on which data has been pre-recorded. It's mean it is basically a types of hardware in which we insert the data which does not omitted after its requirement has been closed. Once the data written under the ROM chip, it cannot be erased and can be read. ROM is a non-volatile memory as it contains the data after the power is switched off. Okay. Basically, ROM is a type of small chip which is stored or installed in your computer motherboard. Okay, and it is generally known as BIOS. BIOS means basic input output system. That means the in BIOS following set of instruction is preloaded already. When we start any computer system, the following instruction first check the various parts of hardware in computer that is it's working properly or not. After receiving the following feedback from the computer processor, your computer is now going to start. Okay, it helps in loading the operating system when computer is switched on. That is the working principle of ROM. Okay, now we are moving on second category of memory, that is we called secondary memory, and it has following sets. The first one is hard disk. Hard disk is the main storage device within a computer. As we all know, in computer, hard disk come in large size, that is 1 GB, 2 GB, 1 terabyte. Okay, these are the size of the hard disk, so that we can, if we required any data to be stored in a computer for letter purpose only, or for any kind of our work, then where we can store such kind of information, then such kind of information we generally stored under the category of secondary storage. That is, for example, hard disk. Okay, example, what we are doing anything work in the computer, that is for example presentation or movie making or video, all generally we store in which storage device? Generally we store in hard disk. Okay, and the computer operating system also stored in hard disk. Okay, so hard disk is a very crucial component of a computer system, and also it has larger capacity to hold any data, because its storage capacity is very big. Okay, and this is the image of your hard disk. You can look inside the computer if you have computer in your home. Okay, this is the image as it look like in your computer. Okay, now we are moving on next topic, that is called compact disk. And compact disk is generally, this is the image of compact disk. It is look like a CD round shape. And in this compact disk, how we store data? Generally compact disks are known as a optical storage device. A compact disk uh, easily comes in a size of 700 MB of data. In compact disks, we generally store data with the help of laser beam. And compact disks are also come into category. Okay, there are two types of category. One is CDR and the second one is CDRW. CDR means read only. It means the data is already pre-recorded in the CD. We only read the information inside a CD disk. Okay, whereas in CDRW, we can read as well as write any information inside the disk. Okay, that's why these are come in two format, that is CDR and CDRW. In CDR we cannot erase any data, whereas in CDRW we can rewrite any data according to our needs. Okay, so CDRW is generally mainly popular for our daily purposes. Okay, if we want to store any small piece of information which size is less than 700 MB, then we use compact disk. Okay, and the third one is DVD, and DVD full form is digital video disc. DVD disc is also a type of optical storage device, same like a CD, but it has larger storage capacity. As you compare the both optical disc, CD come in the range of 700 MB, whereas a single DVD can store up to 407 GB of data. As you usually see, the storage capacity in both the optical device is very different. So that's why DVD makes more popular for storing data. Also, there is another kind of DVD which is called Blu-ray DVD, in which we store more data on it. Okay, that is, if it had both side, then the storage capacity of that DVD will be 9 GB. Okay, and the third types of storage device is floppy disk. Floppy disk are the storage device consisting of mylar or vinyl plastic coated with a magnetic material. This plastic disc is sealed permanently in a square plastic jacket to protect it from dust and scratches. Okay, in the jacket, to enable the read-write head of the floppy drive to access information from anywhere on the floppy are available in the following size. Generally, this is the image of your floppy disk, as you can see in this image. Okay, generally floppy disk come in a size of 5 inch, and it has storage capacity very small, generally 1.2 MB or 1.4 MB for 4 MB. Okay, 5.5 inch diameter floppy consists of capacity of 1.2, and 3.5 inch diameter of floppy disk consists the capacity of 1.44 MB. So its storage capacity is so small, that's why nowadays floppy disk is not very demanding. Okay, and the next one is flash drive, which is also very popular in other name also, that is we also call it pen drive, because it's easy to use and easy transfer of data from one system to another. On also it has a very large capacity to hold data, that's why it made very popular. A pen drive uses flash memory. Flash memory is a technology that allows data to be electrically stored and erased and reprogrammed. That means in flash drive we can store the data as well as we can erase the data. That's why pen drives made it very popular, and also it comes in various size. Okay, and the next one is memory card. As you can see the image of memory card, this is the memory card of SanDisk brand, and size capacity is 16 GB. As memory card generally used in which device? In our smartphone. Okay, because we require to store various kind of video files, photos. For such kind of information we require additional storage capacity, and for such purpose memory card is very suitable for it. Okay, the memory card is small in size and can store data in digital format. It used in various electronic devices such as mobile phone, digital camera, MP3 player. Okay, all such kind of device are portable device. And now we have learned various types of memory in computer system. That is, a computer has mainly two types of memory. First one is primary memory. In primary memory there is two types of category. First one is RAM and the second one is ROM. In secondary memory there are various kind of secondary memory. The popular one is hard disk, okay, floppy disk, CD, DVD, pen drive, and memory card. Now we are going to learn some types of software which is important in our computer. The first one is system software. As the name suggests, system software, that is means it is the kind of software which is required by our computer so that it can work efficiently and smoothly. And there are various type of software comes under the category of system software. Generally it is classified into four category. The first one is operating system, the second one is compiler, the third one is interpreter, fourth one is assembler. What is operating system? Operating system is a software which acts as an interface between user and computer. That means it provides resource allocation between various types of hardware which is already installed in your computer, and various type of software to use this hardware according to its needs. Okay, it is important component that control other component of the computer system. Without operating system, computer is no of use. Example of operating system is Windows, DOS, Unix, and Apple. These are the name of operating system. Okay, and the popular one is Windows. You already knows. Mainly in office or work you have seen a Windows operating system is already installed in your PC or laptop. Okay, the second one is compiler. What is compiler? Compiler generally translate high level language program into machine code so that computer understand instruction according to the given set of the program. Okay, and it process the following instruction and produce the output according to its needs, according to the needs of the user. Okay, it convert the entire program in one go and reports all the error to the program along with the line number at the end. Generally compiler generally used to run to a particular sets of application program to analyze whether the following sets of instruction is correct or not. If there is any error, it shows the following error with the line number mentioned on it, so that programmer may correct the error, and after correcting the following error, it passed to the computer, so that computer process the following information. Okay. And the third types of system software is interpreter. This is a language processor which convert also high level language program into machine language by converting and executing it line by line. Line by line means it first read one statement, and after reading the first statement, it compile to see if there is any error or not. If any error is generated, then interpreter reports it immediately, and the program execution cannot resume until the error is rectified. Okay. Compiler and interpreter works very differently. In compiler, the translator generally read the whole program, whereas in interpreter it read by statement. Okay. And the third one is assembler. Assembler is generally a low level programming language which convert into machine language. Okay. This is the 4 types of system software. So you should know very well what is the system software. 4 types of the system software is operating system. Your operating system is first type. Second one is your compiler, interpreter, assembler. Okay, these are the 4 types of your system software, which play very important and crucial role in your computer system. Now we are moving on next type of software, that is called application software. What is application software? Application software is a set of program necessary to carry out performance specified by the application. It means an application is developed with the help of sets of program by the programmer, so that our day-to-day task is completed with the help of this program. Such type of program is, for example, word processor. In word processor, generally we deal with word related program. In MS PowerPoint, we generally deal with presentation related problem. Okay. Similarly, for database, we generally use MS Access or Sybase. So these are the application types of software. Means for particular application, we require following sets of program. Okay, to handle our task. And the third type of software is utility software. As the name suggests, utility means it provides certain types of utility so that our computer should work efficiently without any error. Utility software are those application programs that assist computer by performing housekeeping function like backing up disk, scanning, cleaning viruses. Okay, these types of software are come under the category of utility software. Example of utility software is the famous one is antivirus. Antivirus, what do? Antivirus generally protect our system from various kind of messages, software, and program. Second types of utility software, if we consider, such as data compressor software. What the data compressor software do? Data compressor software generally compress the file size into the small size, so that we can easily transfer from one place to another or from one mail to another mail. Okay, so this type of software comes under the category of utility software. I hope you learned the following topic very well. If you don't understand, please revise the video and watch it again. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.